Good morning. Let's do this. Hey, Richie. Good morning. What's going on, brother? Nick. Good morning. How's your weather? Welcome to the way we feel. All right, I'm going to mute the mic for a little bit as I'm going to be drumming tack lifing. Hey, Joe. Good morning. I'm going to mute for a little bit. I'll be right back. $61 this morning. Love it. I'm actually going to chisel away at this first. I'm then going to grind down. It's like I don't really want to destroy my bit on this. I'll just try to cut this off with the knife. Let's move each of these over here. 61. Man, that sounds good. Hey, Ken, good morning. What's going on? How art thou? It's Friday even. Just put in my PTO for Monday because I ain't coming to work in a blizzard. Fuck that. Yeah. Yeah, here we're going to get blizzard hit pretty hard. Though it seems a little up in the air. This morning we woke up and there's like 6 to 8 inches outside. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? I mean, it was starting to snow last night when I was going to bed, but it's like, and it's looking like it's starting to accumulate, but I don't remember. I mean, I don't typically watch weather forecasts. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, I'm going to go out and going to end this thing at 7 and have to go out there and start getting ready to remove the snow. So my daughter, in particular, my daughter can get to work. I can fluff it a little bit, but hey, Edwin, good evening. How are you? It's been a short bit. Hope all is well. Actually, before we do that, trying to get a bit of a shadow on this. It's a little bit hard. Let's see. All right, we got a couple things here. Rain season, whole city was having heavy traffic as we speak, and I am at home watching the stream. Nice. Someplace safe and dry, hopefully. It's funny that you have to put in for PTO in order to get a day off due to weather. And by funny, I mean not funny. Warhammer group chat and a friend was probably not going home tonight because of the flood and the traffic. Yeah. So where is he staying then, Edwin? Is he staying at the shop or work or where? As long as he's got someplace safe to stay. At the hobby shop. Yeah, good. As long as he's got someplace safe to stay. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Long day yesterday, and in some ways a good day. One of the good things about a new year is every now and then you can make. I don't typically make New Year's resolutions because it's hard to keep them. But one New Year's resolution that I think was, I would call it forced upon me, was I'm seeing stuff at work that didn't make me happy, and I'm tired of being quiet about it. So I actually use the term quite often. It's like, I'm not going to be nice about this anymore. I'm done with it. I'm calling this shit out from now on. I'm done, because if it impacts me, you're going to hear about it. I have no problem in trying to help a team out, but if you guys are going to be doing shit that's going to be pissing me off and burdening, not giving me work. My job is to, look, we're all supposed to work, right? But if you're going to be burdening me with shit that you don't want to do, you're going to hear it now. Seems to have been well received, but that's going to be the mantra for the year. Okay. Let's see how it goes. I did not get a chance to come down to the bench last night. I was fucking exhausted, but I'm hoping to force the issue tonight. I'm going to try to do an OSG Unleashed tonight. I've got to make a stop before I come home. That's the only thing that might prevent that. Hey, Kevin, good morning. How are you? You didn't get to hear Michael? Nah, Michael actually didn't whine. He was, it seemed like he was really enjoying his Menga Atreides Ornithopter quite a bit. I got to tell you, he's got the 1/72nd scale version of that thing, which they made two versions. A smaller non-scale and the 1/72nd scale. That 1/72nd looks good. I think the stream is so late. I'm always asleep. Yeah. You can always watch it in replay. Mike's I like Mike's approach to scale modeling. You know, his show is kind of like mine. The only difference is you're probably learning more from him than you are from me. Because I think he does a lot more in between, and we'll walk through a lot of that stuff. Whereas you're basically watching me like work on my model like 1 hour at a time, which is literally all I kind of work on this. I did break out. I was planning on just kind of watching a little TV last night and broke out the Dragon R2 to just do a snap assembly while watching TV, but I just couldn't even make it with that. It's just like so fucking tired. I unbagged the parts, and that was the end of that. What time does he stream? He streams from 9 to 10:30 on Wednesdays. And I usually, if I don't catch him live, which has been a lot of what's been happening the last few months, I'll watch it on replay the next day. You know, Mike's a really good model, and just fun, and you see, and again, his I think his approach to modeling. Look, I'm not I'm not going to say, you know, are you going to learn something absolutely brand new? Maybe. Like anybody you watch, you're going to probably catch something. But what you see is somebody who's who's really at the top of their game. I mean, they're doing a great job. And you know, is he going to be like a Martin Kovac kind of thing? Are you going to have that kind of an experience? Maybe not. But his approach plus his ability to converse with people is great. So you know, we need more people like that than people who think that they're, you know, the greatest thing since sliced bread or since plastic modeling was created. When you look at a lot of stuff they're doing, it's like, yeah, you're not really doing much. Hey, Tony, good morning. You know, his approach to scale modeling is really good. And he is a really good builder and a very good painter and weatherer. And he does things that I don't do. But his approach to how you do weathering, his approach to how you paint, totally different from me. I only make it to about half, though, through his stream. Yeah. Good morning, Tony. Yeah, last night was I definitely drifted off a couple times, just because, like I said, it was like a long and exhausting day yesterday. But I very much appreciate his approach to scale modeling. I think it's a very good one, and I think anybody who watches him will learn quite a bit from it. And it's also good just to hear him butcher the names of things. And if you ever get an opportunity to ask him to do his Schwarzenegger interpretation, you will be suitably impressed. Sorry, guys, had to restart the phone. No worries, Joe. Good morning. Got absolutely. So yesterday got absolutely zero of anything done. I'm assuming that's because you probably had a lot of stuff to do to help out your parents. Or anything else get in the way. Thinks he does difference. Finish kits. You know, Nick, you're 100% right. It's funny that you mentioned that because I would keep thinking, it's like, man, how many kits does he do in a year? I mean, he seems to finish like 4 or 5 in a year. Yeah. I mean, I know that, you know, he obviously does a lot of work when not streaming. He only streams 1 night a week. So, yeah, he spends a lot of time, and he's his methodology seems to get him to finish stuff pretty quickly. So good for him. Yeah. Point well taken. There we go. So we got here. Got oil change, then got home. Was told take dad to ER for another transfusion. Oh boy, spent from 10:30 till 7:30 there again. On a roll. Ceremony, call ceremony is today. Woo woo! Nice, Joe. That's awesome. Congratulations to your daughter. That's awesome. Tony, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yeah. Is this going to be a regular routine with him needing transfusions or unknown at the moment? And here's okay. If anybody knows what HIPAA is, HIPPA, you got to be careful sometimes, what gets said and everything like that. I feel like I know we're talking as friends and you can certainly say anything, but if you feel like I'm asking questions that are too personal in nature, particularly about the health of somebody, please do not feel obligated to answer. Lisa's feeling better now this morning. Have to take him to the foot doctor. Yeah. That's great, Joe. Good for her and you too. Yeah. Proud parents. Look on the bright side. Oil changes are a good thing on cars and humans. Yeah, that is true. I miss the day of doing analog, what I call analog oil changes, where you could figure out what was under the hood of a car and be able to replace your own spark plugs and be able to replace your own oil and kind of work on some of it. I mean, I was never a car mechanic, but I could figure out the real basic stuff. Now I look underneath the hood of my car. I'm like, no, I'm fucking with this. I never thought about that, Joe. Yeah. Good for your car and good for the environment. Good for us as peoples. Okay. Let's get a hit of coffee. Guys, she is blushing now. Is she nearby? That is just big plastic cover. Didn't realize it would be that easy to fake you out. Oh, it's very easy to fake me out. Yeah. And I think it's done on purpose, Ray, so that, troglodytes like me look inside and go, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to take it to a professional and pay an arm and a leg to have work done. I respect. I mean, businesses ain't dumb. So the mice have a warmer place to live. Nice. All right. Now we're going to grind some of this away. We may still carve. I'm going to mute for a few minutes, and then I'm just going to do like one section at a time. There are 4 of these things that have to come off. So I'm going to mute you guys now, and I'll be right back. There we go. Howdy. That's right. Thank you for filling in the sound effects, Ray. I was a gym mechanic for most of my adult life until I became disabled, and now I can't even find where you put the washer fluid in a car. I know. Dude, it's true. Yeah, that mobile oil change guy now. That truck is amazing. Thanks for the closed captioning, Ray. You're welcome. I didn't want anyone feeling left out. All right, we're gonna take a photo of it. It's again a good call to put the epoxy underneath, because you can actually see how thin that material got, and you would be breaking through to clear plastic. So now would be the time to do that. All right, I'm going to start sanding some of these down real quickly, and then we're going to get back to it. But first, we're going to do a little photo shoot here. We're going to do that with hello. I love when they change stuff. There we go. Timer. 2 seconds. Should be more than enough. Let's get this thing. I am going to spin this at a low rate, so it won't be problematic, but I see the blade to look like it's moving. Trash. Let's change that time to 5 seconds. There we go. Okay. Hey, Linux man, what system of Linux is good? Ubuntu, Ubuntu. It's very much a graphic user interface. It's kind of like, imagine it has a similar feel to Windows or Apple. They do very similar types of things, so I kind of like that. There is a learning curve. Not going to lie, it's not exactly like, but there's a lot of similarities. Look into Ubuntu, and then you don't have all the bloatware. The Ubuntu is a very light program operating system. It's good. And I'll be the first to admit, I'm not a computer guy, but I just didn't want to pay for, getting this laptop updated to to pay for Windows. It's like, fuck that. The majority of the stuff I need to do, I can do on this thing without, because I don't need a lot of Microsoft software, compatible software. Morning, Munchkins. Peter, good morning. How are you? Going to switch my laptop. It's old. So yeah, take a look. Even Ubuntu, even some of that Linux software still has some issues with older hardware. It usually plays a little bit nicer, but there will be a compatibility test that you can run. Ubuntu and Thor for a browser. Ubuntu? What's Ubuntu? And Thor for a browser. I don't know about Thor's Tor. The Tor browser. I haven't done Toring in a while. I usually do Firefox mostly. Yeah, I'm trying to move away from any Google shit. Like even the word processing on this thing is all done through LibreDocs and all that. I think it's Libre. I think it's what it's called. Office Libre. I could have given you a Win 10 or 11 code, George, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Linux. You're not a fan of Linux? Yeah. I've enjoyed it on this machine. It's been fine. There are things that are easier on Windows. I'm not going to lie. There are things. I use Opera. Yep, that'll do it. Well, my phone autocorrected too. Yeah, Ubuntu with Tor. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with it. My work laptop is Windows. I get it. We need that because of the the programming environments I need for both Lutron, Control 4, URC, all that stuff. I need to have it on Windows, which is funny. Anyway, that's another conversation. It's funny that they work on Windows only for the most part, though most people use Apple devices. Go figure. Anyway, but yeah, I like Linux does a lot of the stuff I need here at home. All right, let's sand away to make Nick happy. Remember, this is all about appeasing Nick. I hate Windows. I want variety again. Yeah, I was 100% lost when I tried it again. Ubuntu? Really? Like I said, I think like anything, there's a learning curve. I mentioned a couple of programs that we use for programming lighting control and control systems, and a lot of that stuff I bashed my way through. So I'm used to kind of fighting with software in order to figure out what's working, what's not working, and to get it to do what I need it to do. So yeah, that's why, like I said, with Ubuntu, it's just, and nowadays you can Google search anything and find a solution for anything. So let's get the bastard file. Living on the laptop, I had Linux on. Interesting. Yep. Closer to the mic, please. Why? Are you not able to hear me, Nick? Is this problematic from here? Let me know. That mic is pretty well aimed. Nothing has changed on it. Seeming many thing that you have to. That's what to make things work was a pain in the ass. Yeah. Well, that's why Ubuntu is so much better, because I think it's all graphic based. Now, you got to do command line stuff on occasion. I generally don't. I have in the past, especially with my server, had to do stuff like that. No, the sand. Oh, you want the sanding closer to the mic? Nick, you are a funny child. Are those artificial lungs on your shirt? This is the Macross. Love, do you remember? Ayobote Maska. In May. Well, it's a long sleeve shirt too. In fact, I might take. What time is it? Yeah, I might take the sweater off. I'm feeling a little warm here in a second. This was a pickup from Holy Mountain Printing a number of years ago. It's one of my favorite shirts. SDF one, yeah, in fact. Yeah, this is like, I picked up the long sleeve version of this. Which actually has, Super Dimension Fortress Macross on one sleeve and Love, Do You Remember on the other. Just a really well-designed shirt. I mean, it's like, I don't typically wax eloquently about shirts. This one's a winner. You could sort of put on a cardigan after. I may. I'd like to think of myself like the Mr. Rogers of scale modeling with profanity and fewer puppets. Well, we do have a puppet here somewhere. Oh, I might have to bring the puppet back. Huh. Mr. George Workbench. Yeah, exactly. It's really a well-designed shirt. It has just the right amount of holes. No, this one doesn't, thankfully. Other ones do. Dude, if I like a shirt, I'm going to wear it till it's a rag. The Ampham, exactly. Maybe what I need is like a little train that takes you into what was the fantasy land that train went to? God, what we can really use. Anybody here not familiar with Mr. Rogers? I mean, like, is anybody here not watched him? Like, you know of him, but you never watched anything. I grew up on Mr. Rogers. He was the best. We need Mr. Rogers to return. Not as a zombie, but you know what I'm getting. Imagination Land. Thank you. Yeah, just such a great show. Just, just treated kids with kindness and love and respect. It's just such a great show. All right. Real quickly, all of that has now been ground down. So 2 of the 4 have now been fully removed. I got 2 more to go. The Land of Make-Believe with King George. Yeah. It's funny. That's it. Yeah. The Land of Make-Believe. If you get a Lady Penelope, I'm out. It was just there were good times. We need more people like him back. We really do. I mean, as a society, boy, I think we could learn a lot from him, but that's okay. We've got angry people on YouTube instead. All right. I'm now going to mute, grind these 2, and I'll be back. Wrong train. It was George, Carlin, and Thomas. How long will it take you to build a train layout? Forever and a day. I don't do trains. I love trains. Just don't do trains. Speaking of, got to head down to Spare Time soon. Got to watch their trains again. It's taking a little longer. This one's taking a little longer, so I'll just take a break and just kind of sand this one, grind this one with the sanding stick. Mr. Rogers and Captain Kangaroo were very close friends. If you watch the doc they did about them, really? Is there a doc about them? That I want to see. 16 months per building. Yeah, remember, N scale trains are super close to HG. Oh, I know. I've actually been looking at getting some N scale buildings. Part of my order from Japan that I've had in the cart for 2 years includes a couple of Japanese farming villages that are N scale, specifically to do a diorama. Haven't even looked to see if they're still available. Like I said, it's about spending finances correctly, spending money correctly. Can't remember what the doc was called, but it was really good. I'll take a look at it. Tony, thank you for sharing that, man. Let's see. Changing subjects completely. I recently watched top of mind stuff, right? I recently watched Blade Runner, the final cut. And my daughter watched it with me, and she had some questions. She watched most of it, not all of it. And I said the original ending was different, and I was surprised at how much the story and the characters changed between the original vision that Ridley Scott had and what his producers and the studios wanted to release. So if anybody's ever seen Blade Runner or hasn't seen it since it first came out, when it first came out, there was the Harrison Ford voiceover, which was added by the studio. And again, not to spoil it, but if anybody's watched the ending of it, there's the whole thing of they get away. And they get to live these long, happy lives. If you watch the final cut, you realize none of that happens. The original, the cut, and the remake not too long ago. The remake? You talking about 2044? Yeah, I can't. I watched it. It's like, okay, moved on. But if you watch the original and then watch the final cut, Ray, it's the ending completely changes, the story arc. Not in terms of like everything that preceded it, but in terms of what happens to the two characters at the end. Totally different. You've never seen it? Oh my. Blade Runner that's one of those films you got to see. It is absolutely brilliant. And I can see where in 1982, the studio probably looked at his original concept and just said, yeah, people aren't going to get it. A Viking film by Robert Eggers, The Northman, was really good. Nice. Yes, it's remarkable. The differences in story, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, not the series Norseman. I think not the series Norseman. How much time we got? 7, yeah. Should be able to get this done this morning. Give me a second, guys. Going to grind a bit. The one I watched was a movie. Hey, Mike, good morning. George, what are you hearing for weekend weather in Mass? Unknown. We got about 6 to 8 inches last night. What I looked at was that we're going to be getting snow on Monday. That's what I saw, but that's all I've seen, Mike. My wife and I were talking about it last night because she's driving down this weekend and heading back on Sunday. So, not sure. I would definitely keep eyes on the forecast. I like Eggers movies. I don't know. I'm not sure if I've ever seen an Eggers film, to be honest. What else has he done, Ken? Ow. The Witch, The Lighthouse. Okay, The Lighthouse is a recent film, if I'm correct. And that's it. Yeah, there we go. How does it feel? Pretty smooth. Can't say it's perfect, but it's feeling pretty damn good. There we go. All right, so they've been fully removed. Let's do a test on here. Yeah, there will be some little bit of puttying to fill up in that corner area, which is fine. There we go. So the parts fit, which is good. Like I said, there's just a little bit of a gap. You can actually see that little bit of a gap right about there. Right there where my finger's trying to point. My fingernail's trying to point. That'll have to get fixed. But other than that, it's good. One, two, three. Interesting. Okay. One more I can't remember. Yeah, with Defoe and the dude from Twilight. Does it support dual screens? Does it support dual screens? As in HDMI out to a TV screen? I would assume. I think that's laptop. That's driver and laptop. But I would assume the answer is yes. I mean, I've connected this HDMI out. Whether I can't recall if I did dual screens, like having like two separate images on the monitors. I don't recall. Okay. That's done. Let's take a photo of that. There we go. Okay. Okay. Good. All right, those will stay there. It is possible that I might be able to hit those up with paint. All good. I'll hit them up with primer. I got to get to the bench. I keep saying it. I've been saying it for an entire fucking week. I've been trying to get to this bench to paint the dog, paint the doghouse, get these two booms taken care of. Also, I figured if you're going to be priming, you know, if y'all remember this guy, get this thing all primed up. So, gotta get the priming. Gotta get the priming. All right. So with that, my friends, gonna go outside and get the snow removed so my daughter can get out and get to work. Let's put away some of this stuff. So while we're doing that, stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. As always, I do appreciate it. You know, this is we all know that the world's going to hell in a handbasket pretty fucking hard. So this is sort of like just a general call. Guys, continue to do the great things that we do here in terms of just having good conversations, enjoyable conversations, respectful conversations, even when we poke fun at each other. We know that we're doing it out of kindness and love rather than animosity, right? But go out there and continue to do that good stuff of showing people kindness, love, respect, all of it. We need to change the conversation from one of vilification and hatred of that which is different to kindness and love and respect of people who are different. I know that a lot of us here don't see things eye to eye, and that's okay. That's the important thing. It's okay. As long as at the end of the day, we can still say we have commonality in some of the hobbies, some of the things we do like. And even if not, it doesn't matter. We can still have a good time together, or at least mutually respect each other. That's it. So continue to go out there and do the same thing that we preach and do here every day out into that world. All right. It is possible I might be doing the OSG Unleashed thing tonight. I will, if I do, I will do an announcement on YouTube. Otherwise, I will be back on here tomorrow morning. Maybe having primed something. We'll see. Anyway, guys, go do good. Enjoy the day. Love you all. Catch you on the flip. Peace.